As the saying goes, let's get ready to rumble. All right, VYG, so we are back with another tip. And today's tip is called Last Man Standing. And yes, we're right now smack bang in the middle of the influencer series. And whether you're a boxing fan or not, I'm sure that this tip is going to be helpful for you. So this is actually largely based on a fight between two very great heavyweight fighters. So I don't know if you've seen this clip. Probably if you are a really big boxing fan, you would have seen this because it shook the boxing world. This specific scene where you see a very, very accomplished fighter, Tyson Fury, being knocked to the ground. And when even his own opponent thought that it was all over, he shocked the world and he stood up. And of course, people asked him, how, why did you stay down? It looked like your lights were out for good. And you know, it's interesting, his response. And actually, you can watch many videos on him being asked about this question. And when you add all of his answers together, you realize the reason why he got up, the reason why he was the last man standing. And actually, if you don't know, that fight ended in a draw. And he went on to beat that same opponent and take the title from him. The reason why he got up is because the reason why he boxes is bigger than himself. I mean, he's been through a lot. I won't go through his whole life, but I mean, battle with drugs, having titles stripped from him before and so on. And he's undefeated actually. But he wants to be an influence. One of his main calls, one of his main purposes for getting in the ring is because he wants to be an influence to young people, especially who have been through a hard background and they don't believe in themselves and they don't believe they can make something. So that's what pushes him every day. And we can say that it's true. He is an influencer. And what about you? I mean, when life knocks you down, when you start on your journey towards being an influencer, to being a successful person, when life hits you to the ground, do you say, there's no point of me getting up? Because you've probably seen that before, and that's how many fights they end in boxing. Someone getting knocked down in that way, and it's over, it's done. The count is done, and that person is finished, they lose. And some people don't even recover from a loss like that. But what makes the difference is what is inside of you. Some of you have been following these tips right from the start. You may remember one of our first ones was called What For? And it was even a sort of a response to a message we got from overseas of someone who was helped by these tips. And we were explaining there, we'll leave a link for that specific one as well for you to watch it if you missed. But we were explaining that the reason why we continue with these tips is because we know what they are for. And you have to have a different reason to be an influencer. If it's about fame, if it's just about money, a lot of the time that won't be a big enough drive. It has to be something greater than yourself. It has to be for you to actually leave a positive thumbprint or fingerprint on this world, starting with the world around you. So VYG, or whoever you are watching this now, if you want to be the last man standing, you need to be filled with God's purpose. And the reason why God calls actually every Christian, I would say, to be an influencer. The reason why he calls us to be an influencer is because many people outside, they live and they die never achieving true peace, true joy, true fulfillment, because they never get to come into contact with a God who is able to bring them to that level and even beyond anything they could imagine. And you know the reason why? Just turn on the news, turn on the TV, scroll right now through your feed. And what do you see there? You see a lot of people with influence. You see a lot of things and stories with influence, but most of them negative. And that's why you need to say, I will be the last man standing. If life hits you to the ground on this journey to be an influencer, you get back up and you know that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Actually, that's one of Tyson Fury's philosophies. So I hope this tip was helpful. Be that last man standing. Be that one that even if everyone around you is getting knocked to the ground and says, you know what, I'm KO'd, I can't take it anymore. You rise up because you know what you're rising up for. Until next time, VYG, hope this tip was helpful. Make sure you apply it. And I'm sure that soon you'll become the youth that you were always meant to be. And next week, we are going to be talking about trouble. That is a part of this series that you really do not want to miss. Take care. God bless. All right, so if you found this video helpful, I advise you to subscribe to our YouTube channel right now. Don't wait. And also hit the like button and the notification bell. And there's something really interesting that YouTube are doing now. You choose how many notifications or the types of notification you want to receive. So actually, instead of it being personalized, you can click all. So then all the videos that we post up, you will be the first to know about them. Until next time, guys, take care.